Hello everyone, welcome back to Raising Vibrations, and today we're doing subscriber chart reading, and I hope everybody's well. So we're continuing with the series, and I hope that everybody enjoyed the first part of this series, or the first episode as it were. And just to kind of like let everybody know that I received tons and tons and tons of requests to do this, which has made me extremely happy. Some souls have written to me through the YouTube private messages, which I just discovered today. There were quite a lot of souls that have written to me, and I do apologize sincerely, guys, for not responding to that. I honestly didn't even think to check there. And so there's a lot of souls that have written. I've just been sort of, from your perspective, maybe ignoring you. And if you are one of those that have written to me and I haven't responded to you, I sincerely apologize. It's nothing personal. I just completely didn't even realize that was available. So yes, and some people have emailed me and some people have written through just on the YouTube itself. Now, what I've done is I'm going to just basically take a screenshot of all the people that have written to me and just kind of put them in a file and, just systematically go through that. Okay. So what I would recommend is that if you have sent your stuff and it might take 2 or 3 weeks for your chart to come up, just be patient. I will absolutely be getting through all of them, and I'll just be going it through like line after line after line. Okay. So be patient, but I will definitely be doing this for everybody. Okay. It's kind of exciting, and I hope that it also inspires you to maybe even get a full reading with me, which is one of the major reasons why I really want to show you how I do astrology, so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that as you work with me as an astrologer, that, you're not just like randomly putting your hand in a hat and going, hope this works, that you are actually genuinely seeing that I'm honest about how I express myself and why I do the work that I do. Okay, so today we have a chart with somebody that was born on the 24th of December to 1961. And you know who you are. And so what I wanted to say to you firstly is that you've got, we're working with evolutionary astrology here. So from the soul's perspective, you've got Pluto in the 5th house, which means that the soul's desire is to learn about itself in relationship to its creative projects. Okay. Who am I? What do I represent for the world? How do I show up in this world where I get validated for myself? So this is a big cycle for you in terms of soul desire and karmically being recognized for feeling and having a feeling of special destiny. And it's your major, major role in this lifetime to actualize that, okay? To actualize that feeling of special destiny, to be able to bring into the world what it is that you feel you have creative gifts for. Now, some of the challenges that can come with that type of experience with Pluto in the 5th house karmically is the need to feel validated from other people. And if you don't, then what will occur psychically and also, of course, on a more soul level, is that you don't actually believe in yourself, because other people are defining your sense of value, and you're coming to learn to recognize that it is about your creative deeds, and it's about you showing up and showing your gifts without needing another person to validate them. Okay, you're learning about that cycle. Some of the wounding that could have actually occurred prior life dynamics is, like I said, coming into this lifetime, being really creative in what you do, but then nobody like showing up and saying, hey, that's supportive. Maybe mom or pop didn't really give you that feeling of applause or that sense of the satisfaction that it is you craved as a child. And so therefore you might be dealing with some wounding around actually being recognized. Be careful with the signature, especially with the fact that you have the moon in Leo, the north node is in Leo, Uranus is in Virgo at this stage, but it's in the 5th house. There's a lot of emphasis here around being your own father. I would highly recommend that this is a lifetime where you honored your sense of direction, your purpose, your sense of meaning, and that there was a deeper connection towards what was purposeful in your life. Mars and Venus are also in a balsamic, in a new phase relationship to each other. Pardon me, balsamic phase, I do apologize. There we go, balsamic phase over there. Implying that this is a lifetime where you're learning how to inwardly and outwardly understand yourself and the relationship to the world in a very ultimate, meaningful way. I've got this placement, and you are really trying to search for the ultimate meaning in relationships. So be careful to project too much meaning into the relationship and then getting disillusioned by recognizing that maybe another person is not seeing that timelessness or that ultimate experience that you're seeking for. Okay. And there's loads of trines that are being happening to Uranus and Pluto at this stage. So there is this deep, deep need to want to explore your truth, want to search for your truths, recognize your truth, expand your knowledge, expand your wisdom, gain higher meanings, etc., and then validate that through expressing it. But there can be a challenge of being over confident in your expression to the point where maybe sometimes people don't actually look at you in a way where they feel like they want to have a conversation because you could be overbearing. Interesting to know if that's the truth in that sense. You have Neptune square Jupiter square the moon. And whenever you're looking at those archetypes, you're definitely looking at the need to infuse and commit to your story. What is your essential needs and how do you bring that to the world? Okay. What is essential for you and how do you commit to that? How do you make it? How do you forge your creative gifts? All right. Awesome, guys. So let's go over to the other chart that I've got today. I've got the 19th of April to 1973. You know who you are. And so Pluto is in the 4th house of the astrological chart in Libra. And Pluto also opposes Mercury in Aries. Now, the first thing you need to know with Pluto in the 4th house is that the soul is trying to learn deep emotional security from within. So there can be a large tendency in this lifetime to have one or both parents as you are growing up not actually show up in your life and show you how to emotionally support yourself. And you actually set that up prior to this life because you're learning how to do that yourself. So this is a lifetime of deep emotional and psychological processing around what are emotions, what is security, how does security play out in your life, and so on and so forth. Okay. You probably will have like deep cellular memory regarding lifetimes of emotional abandonment where you've placed your security in other people and then you've wanted people to nurture you and they haven't done that, and then you felt abandoned by that process. And also be careful in this situation to not attract somebody into your life that plays out the missing parent that you never had. So somebody comes into your life and says they'll facilitate the emotional security, but they're not actually doing it in accordance with what you need. They're doing it in accordance with what the parent was doing. So it kind of becomes a parent-child dynamic in relationships. Okay. Probably a gender switch as well if Pluto's in the 4th house there in Libra. You've got Uranus in 5th house, Libra. So again, it's about that creative self-actualization through expressing your individuality. You're looking to probably maybe even heal through your own children. I wouldn't be surprised if you find yourself wanting to be a mother in this lifetime or a father. The South Node is in Cancer in the 1st house. So you've already, to a certain degree, started to work on this situation. And there's a lot of like emotional self-analysis regarding the depths of your self-identity. And I wouldn't be surprised if you maybe even changed countries when you were growing up with Saturn in Gemini. I would also be interested to know if your parents were more intellectual than they were emotional, and that there was a part of you that felt that you really needed that security, but because of the moving consistently all the time, or the fracturing within your own sort of belief system or ideas or philosophies about where you were living, etc., have caused you to feel like sometimes it's very difficult to have your sense of feet on the ground consistently without feeling like it could be removed from you at any moment in time. So that's why I would see that the Sun conjunct Venus here in the 11th house is to integrate into your life a sense of inner and outer relationship regarding stability, security, and to allow your individuality to actually be represented in group dynamics in ways where you feel secure and that you can actually pioneer directions. Okay? Fantastic. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And for any of you guys that are interested in actually having readings with myself, please contact me. All the information's in the description below. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic week and take care. Bye-bye.